Alright guys, what's up? Today is Thursday, which means it is Update Thursday on Old School RuneScape, and today we have a very controversial update from the Old School team, something which is going to require a lot of discussion in the comment section below. So if you guys do have an opinion on this week's update, please leave your opinion below. I want to know what you guys think. There is also a very great update this week, which you guys see on screen right now, the world map, but we also have the more controversial one down below. But we're going to start off with the nice one, which we have is the in-game world map. Thanks to Mod Ash and a bunch of the engine people, we now have an in-game world map on the official Old School client. And this is a very well done in-game map. I will give them credit for this. This is really good. It's not just a really short fastly put together world map where you click on and it shows where you are in the game. It actually has a search feature. It shows the dungeons. It lets you pretty much look for a place on the map and then highlights it for you so you know where it is and you know where you are. It's very well done. There's a lot of it on the update. Again, I'm going to leave a link to the update below if you guys want to check it out, but let's go over it right here. So we have the simple left click option on the minimap will open a resizable movable world interface. You can also right click on the icon for a full screen option, so you can actually make it bigger. It is resizable. The resizable floating map can be open as you play. You can even have other interfaces open alongside of it. So once you have it open, the in-game world has a number of, or the in-game map has a number of useful functions. If you wish to see a key, click the bottom left of the interface and you'll see a key over here. Clicking on one of the items in the key will cause the icons on the map to briefly flash, allowing you to easily locate whatever you are looking for. So if you're looking for a bank or a dungeon or an altar, you click on that and they flash and you can see where they are. Pretty cool. Which I don't think actually is in any other world map from any client or has ever been in any previous version of RuneScape. So definitely many unique features here. If you have a floating world map open, you can move it by clicking the border at the top and dragging. And if you wish to resize the window, click the border anywhere other than the top of the world map and drag to resize. As I mentioned earlier, there is also a search function. So pretty much in the bottom left, you can start typing what you're looking for in the search box, and the search box will start auto-completing it as you type. So there's an autocomplete function, which is pretty cool. And once you've typed what you're looking for or autocomplete has suggested it, press enter and the world map will move to that location. So pretty neat. So the search feature searches any map labels as well. So if you're in a dungeon with listed location of monsters on the world map, you can search for the name of a monster and be taken to its location, which is really neat. So if you wish to view areas that are not on the surface of Gielinor, you can do so using the map links. Entrances across the surface of the world have map link icons, which when clicked display the destination of the entrance. And if you're in a complex dungeon, seeing which entrance goes where can be very valuable. Lucky for you, the in-game world map also includes intra-map links. So if you're in a dungeon with a number of runes of floors connected by different types of entrances, the world map will show you where those entrances will take you within the intra-map links. So especially dungeons like the DK dungeons, they'll tell you exactly where to go. So for those of you guys who are going there for the first time, it'll make it a bit easier by having your world map open. A very requested update that has been requested for years now, multiple years, probably 2+ years. People have wanted an in-game map, and they have pretty much provided it to the best of their ability with lots of features on it, which I think many people are going to be very happy with. So I gotta be real with you guys. A big reason why I play on different clients is because of the world map. I have to say, I mean, there are many other amazing features, but the world map itself, I may actually disable that on the clients itself now, because this world map is good enough for anything pretty much. So props to them for this one. It's really cool. And yeah, let's get to the balancing changes. Oh no. Okay, so again, I want to see civil discussion in the comments. No fighting. Just kidding. It's a RuneScape video. There's going to be craziness in the comment section. So, balancing changes. When it comes to priorities for updates, the longevity of Old School is always at the top of the list. We want to ensure Old School is here for you to play and enjoy for years to come. The community has always strongly leaned towards the idea of fixing existing problems rather than building on top of them. So, with this in mind, we sat down and took a critical look at some of the most problematic pieces of content in the game. Today's update includes several unpolled balancing changes. Unpolled, which is the key term there, unpolled pieces of content, changes we strongly believe to be in the best interest of Old School's long-term health. So, the big one right off the bat, the Zulrah drop table has been nerfed. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, after having many requests and many people saying it shouldn't be changed, it has indeed been nerfed. So we have the Zulrah being one of the most consistently profitable monsters in the game since early 2015. It has fundamentally changed how people play Old School, providing unmatched rates of consistent profit. While we don't have any issue with a challenging piece of content being profitable, just how profitable that content may be is something we need to consider. And we have concluded that Zulrah is too rewarding. So as it stands, many players see Zulrah as the only option to make money. It is true. On my unusual money making videos, all the comments are just do Zulrah, or any money making video, just do Zulrah for money. Or if anybody asks anybody in game or other people, how do you make money? Get the gear for Zulrah. That's pretty much the only way. It is so fast and consistent that a few other options seem worthwhile. To address this, we now have reduced the average value loots of Zulrah by, oh my god, roughly 30%, baby. 30%. That is massive. Not like a 10-15% nerf, not even a fourth nerf. Almost a third percent nerf of the Zulrah drop table, 30%. As a part of this change, we have also replaced some of Zulrah's resource drops with items which will have less significant economic impact on skillers. Oh boy. The drop rate of magic trees. The drop rate of magic tree seeds has been decreased. The number of runite ore has been decreased from 10 to 2. Mahogany planks have been replaced with mahogany logs. Wow. The number of papaya seeds has been increased from 2 to 3. The number of snapdragon seeds has been decreased from 2 to 1. Number of torsal seeds dropped has been decreased from 2 to 1. Raw sharks, and this is a big one. I think this is potentially the biggest one right here, especially for Iron Man. Raw sharks have been replaced by cooked manta rays, and the number dropped has been decreased from 100 to 35. Raw sharks are off the Zulrah drop table. Raw sharks are pretty much, I think, since the release of Zulrah, have been almost the main way for Iron Man to get their cooking up. Just get Zulrah. I mean, again, there's other ways to do it, but the raw sharks, with how many you got, sometimes you got the double raw shark drops. 200 raw sharks from one Zulrah kill is insane cooking XP, especially for an Iron Man. But okay, well, the number of torsals dropped has been decreased from 20 to 10, dwarf weeds 20 to 30, toadflax 20 to 25. Oh, okay, toadflax has been increased from 20 to 25, and dwarf weeds increased from 20 to 30. Snapdragons dropped from 25 to, or from 20 to 10. Oh wow. Okay, magic logs has been replaced by U logs, and the number has been decreased from 100 to 35. So magic logs and raw sharks off the drop table. Number of dragon bones has been decreased from 30 to 12. Number of coal dropped has been decreased from 300 to 200. Number of adamant bars dropped has been decreased from 25 to 20. And cerebrews have been replaced by birds' nests. Whew! That is a lot more than I was expecting. I'll put it like that. So, many things to help skillers right here. Something to pretty much make raw shark fishing and magic tree chopping, I guess, a bit more profitable. But, wow. Again, for my hardcore, I'm a little bit sad right now. I'm really jealous of anybody who had an Iron Man or a hardcore and had finished their Zulrah grind. I didn't even started mine, man. I wasn't even close to starting mine. Again, Zulrah is still going to be profitable, but this is a big change. And I'm definitely going to try like an hour or two of the new Zulrah to see what kind of profit we're talking about. So, down here we have, oh, another Zulrah change. Well, at least a Zulrah item change. The Serpentine Helm has been nerfed. Okay, the Serpentine Helm provides unmatched defensive and offensive stats and effects. It is a must-have for almost any combat activity on Old School. Its outstanding stats and venom and poison effect leaves us very little room to introduce helmets of a similar tier. It is near impossible to design around. It is a near impossibility to design around the helmet in its current state without damaging the long-term health of Old School. To address this, we have now made a couple of changes to the Serp Helm. The helmet will no longer apply venom to enemies, and that's a big one. It will no longer apply venom, and the strength bonus has been reduced from +5 to +3. So the venom effect is gone from the Serp Helm, just completely gone, and the strength bonus has been reduced from 5 to 3. So a Serp Helm nerf, which I think makes the Nezi Helm better. I believe this makes the Neat is not. Does this make the Nezi Helm have the best strength bonus in the game? I believe, potentially. Or at least tied with it, I'm not sure. I do think that the Nezi Helm is a +3 strength bonus as well, but wow. Okay, so the Serpent Helm, I think the big one is the Venom one right there. That's the main reason people are wearing that. And also because the Serp Helm, you know, protects you against Venoms from Zulrah, but okay. So, Serp Helm also nerfed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not done at the Serpentine Helm. We are now heading off to the Void Knight ranged set. So, while we looked at the balance of ranged equipment, the Void Knight set stood out like a sore thumb. Well, the set requires level 42 in combat stats and 22 in prayer to equip. It provides a 20% damage boost and 10% accuracy for ranged combat. Aside from time invested, it is free to obtain. In the current state, they're saying it's simply overpowered. This set outclasses even the highest tier ranged equipment in the game, despite having substantially lower requirements. So it is low requirements, low repair costs combined with overwhelming strength, completely wipes out any room for variety in PvP at many levels. There is simply no comparable alternative. To address this, we have now lowered the damage bonus of the Void Knight range set to 10%. Wow. Okay, this change leaves Void Knight range set in a place where it is still strong at many levels and it still has a place as an alternative to higher cost equipment. So, from 20% damage boost down to a 10% damage boost. Again, I don't do much PKing. I use Void mainly for PVM in many instances. I was planning on getting it for, early Zulrah kills potentially. But for you PKers out there, let me know who, have Void Pures. I know that there's Void Pure is a thing. So, I am assuming this is a big nerf and there may be changes. But again, let me know about this. I'm not too sure about it, but that definitely is a big nerf to the Void Knight range set. So now we have the dropping in wilderness and PvP areas. Risk is something which comes at hand with the wilderness. It is dangerous, abandoned land where its inhabitants do as they please. The way that dropping items in the wilderness currently works doesn't always play into this version. So to address this, tradable items dropped manually from your inventory within the wilderness, dangerous areas in PvP worlds and dangerous areas in demo mode will now appear instantly to all players. If you drop an item in the wilderness, it now appears instantly. You can now no longer drop your item and die and come back and hopefully get it. If you drop an item, it will show up to everyone. Drop parties now in the wilderness are going to be so much better. Wow. Okay, so that's a big one. So in addition to this change, food and potions dropped within the wilderness, dangerous areas in PvP and demo mode will now never appear to other players. Food and potions dropped in the wilderness will now never appear to other players. This change does not affect the loot you receive from other players though. So preventing this exchanging of food and potions mid-combat stops teams from providing their teammates with unlimited flow of supplies, negating any real risk in single-way combat areas. So, wilderness food and potion changes. You can't drop items anymore. Pretty much, you can drop items, but you can't drop food and potions for your teammates. You can't drop items and go get them back if you die. Wow. Okay, so another big one as well. Again, I don't do much PKing. I enjoy PKing, but I know for the clans in the wilderness, that's a big one. And now we have the Karamja General Store. They're just coming out. So the Karamja General Store has long been a controversial part of Old School. As you guys know, you can sell to it for the high elk price times a certain amount and make a lot more money. Anyways, we have reduced the effect of the Karamja Hard Diary reward, which changes the price of items sold to the store. They will now be worth less than their high elk values. So not even worth going there anymore, I guess. Also, down below, we have the tournament world for the fight cave. So to prepare for the release of the Inferno next week, we have opened up 2 tournament worlds in which you can access the fight caves. Head over to World 401 and 407, grab your dream setup, and practice. You can access the fight caves using the portal located near the bank chest. And of course, you can take advantage of the max stats and unlimited free gear and clan wars as well. So down here, we also have the bug fixes, which I'm not really going to go over, a bunch of typos and stuff. But, okay, so what do you guys think? Again, the world map update seems so long ago, doesn't it? But now we have all these nerfs and all these buffs. Not even many buffs, man. I think the Nezi Helm just became one of the strongest items in the game once again. But Void Knight gone. Serp Helm nerfed. Zulrah drop table nerfed. Oh boy. Crazy stuff. Anyways, huge controversial update this week. Let me know what you guys think about it below. Thank you guys all for watching. Hope to see you next time. Have a good one. And peace.
Wow.